I'm Seth.
And I'm Drew.
And this is
Nerd Leading the Nerd.
Welcome back, all you weirdos of the internet. We are Nerd Leading the Nerd, where you get all of your retro game stuff.
Yep.
Your hit of dopamine from days gone by.
Your hit from two dopes. I mean, no? Flat? Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So today we're playing Super Mario Brothers, the one that started it all from 1985. It doesn't have any load screen music, so why don't I just click that?
It's just eerie and ominous.
It's super eerie and ominous. As always, we do have a poll that's going right now that you guys can be a part of. It is one gotta go. I think it's Chipotle. Hang on, let me just get that mushroom.
Chipotle, Chick-fil-A, Taco Bell, or Wendy's.
One
gotta go forever.
We're gonna get into that here in a little bit. Drew, I am going to exempt Chipotle from you because I know that's the one you're gonna choose. I just know you. I just know you, and that's gonna be your default. So, refrain from choosing Chipotle, but listen, I have to address it. We had a little bit of technical difficulties there for a second. I wasn't going to say anything, but it's kind of weird.
You got to address the elephant in the room, my man.
But I think we got it all figured out, hopefully. And
dog, right in between the two, dude. Just ski poling them things.
So before we got rudely interrupted by the gremlins in my computer. We were talking about how we haven't talked in a couple of weeks. We had to pre-record. Oh, damn it, dude. We had to pre-record some episodes because I was on vacation. Drew had some stuff going on. Long story short, we haven't been live in a couple of weeks. So it's been kind of weird. We've just been super busy, and I hate that, dude. Oh, dude. And the funny thing is, I did so much better on the first run before we got so effed up. And that's unfortunate. But anyway, I'm looking forward to catching up with you, my dude.
Yeah, man.
So yeah, what is the dealio, bro? What have you been doing with your life?
So, quick house update. Things are moving, man. There's things are actually happening.
Give the new people a little bit of context there.
Yeah, so back in October, I was just chilling at home, about ready to enjoy a delicious crock pot of chili and a warm pan of cornbread, when my house was struck by lightning, scaring the crap out of me and my cats, and then my house caught on fire through that lightning strike, and I have been displaced from it ever since. I am currently living in a very nice seeming apartment, but it sucks harder than can I use a Monica Lewinsky joke, or is that too old? Anyway.
Wait, by the way, I told him he should live in a hotel, but anyway.
I should have. And honestly, dude, it was the cats is what I was worried about, man. I didn't want someone coming in and trying to service the room and letting the cats out, and then dude, if that would have been the case, man, I would have been wrecked, man. I love my cats, dude. But I am regretting that decision now. But anyway, so yeah, the roof has been completely replaced. All the burnt trusses are gone. There's new ones there. Fully done new roof. They went in and they fogged and sealed everything that was, existing that's still there. So that's good. Next week, electrical is coming in to fix stuff. Cause dude, they took every wire in my house was disconnected from either its fixture, its outlet, its switch, everything disconnected. And there's just hanging, just coiled up in the ceiling. And they punched out holes in every room in the drywall. And I know they're going to fix it. But I hope and I pray that my OCD-ness cannot see that there used to be a square. You know what I mean, dude?
Yeah.
That is going to... Anyway, it's going to be fine. But yeah, so that's that. And plus, dude, I have a sprinkler system. I know, first world problems, privilege, whatever you want to say it. But
yeah, that privilege.
It was my water pressure sucked before all of this happened, I had no idea what was going on with it, man. And then when I tried to like winterize the system, I couldn't because I didn't have power in the house. And I still don't technically have power except for one outlet in the basement. I had to go buy a very long extension cord for like $65.
Whoa.
I know. It was a 100-footer, so like I will use that for anything, and it's outdoor rated anyway. It's a 14 gauge, I think, Husky brand.
Wow. You're giving off dad vibes right now.
Yeah, dude. And so because I had to run it in through the window that goes to my basement and then plug in the box or whatever. Yeah, when I did that, the box wasn't coming on. The guy was like, "Oh yeah, your box is blown," and I was like, "Ah, great."
Yeah, I've had a few blown boxes over the years.
Yeah, dude, I would love to blow out a box. But anyway, so that and then the backflow thing was broken, and so they fixed that. And then the system was up, but then the water pressure sucked. Yeah, it took 4 people from this company to come and figure out what was wrong. Come to find out, there's multiple valves that where like the water company, there's like one at the street level, then there's one where you are, and then there was the other one, you know, for the system. Yeah, the one at the street, that was only like partially on, dude. So I was it was. Let's say, you know, here's the thing. This is 100%. This is, you know, like 0. It was like right there. And I'm like, how long have I had crappy water pressure and not even known it, dude? You know?
That's
so
wild.
Hopefully that fixes that problem. And now my sprinklers are blowing, so which is good. Yeah.
Sidebar, I'm beating this the way Nintendo intended it, which could be never at my skill level. But yeah, we're not cheating. We're not save scumming. I also want to point out this game is way more beautiful than I remember it being. Like,
yeah, dude.
I mean, keep in mind, this is not original hardware, but still, dude, man,
yeah.
the freaking...
Yeah, dude, I mean, it is a little bit more vibrant than what you would normally see on an old CRT TV, but I mean, it's still, I don't know, man. Like I love them clouds, dude.
It looks,
you know?
It looks really crispy. I'm very happy to be playing this. We beat this on the channel another time, but it was not proper. I save scummed the hell out of it. So anyway,
but yeah,
house is moving.
Man. Yeah. And so that's good. And then on the job front, the not regular everyday job front, the one that I'm actively pursuing in the voice acting realm, I booked my first job on voices.com.
Whoa.
And I am very excited about it.
Congratulations.
Well, okay. So, yeah, so a little bit of good, a little bit of bad. It's an audiobook, which is kind of cool, you know. The audiobook covers small cap and micro cap stock investment. So it is an audiobook for a business class. And the money is garbage.
Oh, I was going to say, can you tell us how much money you're going to be paid?
It is awful, dude. I do not, because I don't want other voice actors coming after me going, why did you take this job? And I'll tell you exactly why I took the job. Because it's my first job. My ratio audition to job is now 213 auditions to 1 booked job, which is it's decent. It's not great. It's good for starting out, but I now have a client. I now have a booked job, which is going to help my algorithm, which it actually has, dude. Yesterday, I got like twice as many audition options, and they were all character work, dude. And I was in it, man. I was loving it. So it's like 40,000 words. So in the end, it'll be like 4.5 hours of finished record time. Bro, I am on the struggle bus with this book. It is so technical and jargony.
No way.
Dude, and some of the stuff I'm just like, I don't know if I'm saying this right. I don't know if I should.
Dude, what if they come back and they're like, hey man, by the way, like, you didn't say this word right, this word right, this word right.
Well, and I give I offer.
You give more than you take.
Like updates. No, I offer like updates and stuff like that. So if people need something changed or altered, that's totally fine. Here's the thing: they gave me 0 instruction on this, so I am taking it and
full artistic control over this.
Pretty much, man. And I mean, I'm reading the words on the page, so I'm reading the acronym EDGAR, which is how it is spelled. Am I supposed to say Edgar or am I supposed to say EDGAR? I'm not sure. I am saying NASDAQ instead of the acronym, all lettered out. But if that's the case, it's totally fine. I have no problem re-recording those little bits and punching them in. Not an issue.
Oh.
Nicely done.
I know, that was... Hey, by the way, Razu, can you hear this sound effect? Like, ba-ba! I need some feedback on that.
Yeah.
Given our technical issues earlier. Razu, did you hear da-da? I'm going to do it again.
There it is.
Anybody can give us that feedback as well.
Yeah.
All right. So you're doing this audiobook.
Yeah.
What is it again? It's a financial book?
Yeah. Okay, so I got it.
Yeah, why don't you just give us a little, like...
Okay. All right, I'm on page 95, so let's go all the way up.
Couldn't
to the
hear.
top.
Damn it.
And dude, here's the best part, dude. Here's the best part. All right, so the book, Mastering the World of Micro and Small Cap Investing by Jacob Farinane, which the picture of the dude on the back of the book, I don't know if that guy looks real. He kind of doesn't. He kind of doesn't, but it's totally fine. All right, so a couple pages of table of contents. This bit, man, this blows my mind. Legal disclaimer. The information provided in this online investment book is and on our website is for educational and informational purposes only. The content of this book should not be taken as legal, tax, financial, or investment advice and is not intended to replace the advice of qualified professionals. We are not attorneys or licensed to provide legal advice. We do not guarantee the accuracy or completeness of the information provided in our book. And we are not responsible for any damages or losses caused by your reliance on the information provided. We reserve the right to modify or update the information provided in our book and website without prior notice.
If you're just joining us, Drew is giving us a little snippet of his first voice acting job ever, where he is reading an audiobook for, like, I assume, training purposes. Hang on one second. Check this out. Can you hear this? Did you hear that? Anyone can answer. -4.7. Sorry, I burped, and you had to...
That's
yes,
right.
There we go.
Okay, cool.
And it's probably super loud, too. Hang on. All right, -4.7 is what I have that set to. There. I think maybe... Oh, my God!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
We're running out of time. We're running out. All right, I think we fixed our... Dude, all right, just a little... By the way, like, we had technical issues earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And what it is, dude, is I updated OBS before we streamed. And, like, for whatever reason, everything audio related that's not, like, me is, like, down for some reason.
Yeah.
So anyway, all right.
Well, and to clarify, technically this isn't my first paid voiceover gig.
Whoa!
This is my first one on the voices.com platform. Because Moxie Monroe Private Eye, that is a continuing paid gig. In fact, last night we did the table read for episode 3, where I play 2 different characters, which I am stoked for. One of them dies, and then the other one's dead. So neither of them are coming back in other episodes.
That's got to be tough. Like, you're like, man.
Well, I mean, Remsis is in episode 2 and then comes back for more of a representation in episode 3. So that's cool. It's a great, fun character to play. But it does kind of suck because I mean, in the script, sorry guys, spoiler alert, in the script, there's definitely a moment of his demise. But you should still listen.
My Mario demise is about to happen. We have one life.
Yeah. Only one life left to live, my man.
Oh, and it's my bane of my existence, the freaking water levels, dude. I suck.
What are you doing here, Blooper? That's no water.
I suck at water levels so bad. Well, that's cool, dude. I think that's very neato. I I haven't been doing anything like that. I've been preparing myself for my new job that I start on Monday.
That's cool, man.
I'm very excited. It's been some time. It feels weird, man. I feel like, but I'll be honest. Like most people be like, bro, like, and spoiler alert, if you haven't been following, like, I got the old layoff of death.
The old boot
Zoom call, like, in
That's awful, dude.
October. But you know what? They gave us a good deal.
October was a horrible month, man.
I'm not going to get into the details, but I got a good deal. I got a good shake. Let's just say I haven't starved. And you would think like, hey, you got money coming in, you're chilling, like you're doing your thing. This is great. Nah, it's terrible. Like because you're feeling that doomsday clock ticking. So, and the job market has, I think, been, I don't think it's any secret, has been pretty horrible, at least here in the States. I know we got some international folks. I hope it's going better for you guys than it is for us. But at any rate, it took me some time, a lot of interviewing, a lot of like false starts, man. A lot of like, I think this is going to happen. And then bam, you know, like good interviews, good times, but then just rug pulled immediately. But I will say, I did a lot of like personal development stuff, like did some programming, did a lot of stuff for the channel. So at any rate, I landed a gig, honestly, the gig I wanted, which was like the irony of the whole thing. As I stressed out for months and ended up getting the job that I wanted in the first place, at the company that I wanted in the first place, representing a product that I just absolutely adore, which is fantastic. Which is fantastic. So at any rate, I've been prepping a lot for that. I got my laptop, which by the way, dude, is freaking smoking, dude. I mean, if I wasn't already excited to...
Dog.
If I wasn't already, I ended, by the way. That's it, guys. We start over and we go again. Anyway, the long story short, my laptop's sick. They, testament to them as a company, spared no expense, like top of the line, brand new, freaking newest Intel chipset, like 32 gigs of RAM. I'm like, think of all the spreadsheets I can open.
Right. What's the brand?
It's a ThinkPad.
Dell? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, dude, I've worked this, and why this is like relevant, you know, like this might be a snore to some people, but other people will appreciate. I think we've all gotten a job at some point in our careers where, you know, it's your first day, they're giving you your technology, they're getting you all squared away, and you get that laptop, and it's just like a big chunker, like just a big fat boy, like 28-inch, like HP that like, it's got that weird, like the
weird little nipple in the middle.
No, it's like keyboard. The clicky is like, it's got like a lot of give to it. It's got a lot of I don't know. It's just not very precise, but
yeah.
John, thank you for the congrats. Yeah. So like, I've had some wonky laptops over the years, and it's always like, you don't want to be like ungrateful, but you're like, dude, this is gonna make doing my job like hard not having like a good machine. So it was.
Do you remember those, like, what were they, the Lenovo tablet pad things?
Yeah, when Drew and I, for the new people out there, Drew and I have worked at a couple of different companies together. That's how we met.
Both of which are gone, by the way.
Yeah, completely debunked. Not our fault.
Not our fault at all.
But yeah, when we first started, we got these. It's a great example of that. They're like, "Hey guys, like everybody's getting new computers," and everyone's like, "Yay!" And then they like, instead of getting like Surface tablet proper, they got like the Furface tablet.
Yeah.
And it was like they were so slow and like junky and wonky. But at any rate,
awful, man. I just used my own laptop, my own personal. I used it when they gave it to us in that like. That meeting or whatever, that company-wide meeting, and then I never used them ever again.
I got used to it. I think eventually if you use a crappy computer long enough, you get used to the quirks and like kind of like the lag and like the click speed and stuff. But at any rate, I got my laptop. I'm very pleased. I can't say enough like how like much that matters to get a good machine, because I do unfortunately a lot of stuff in Excel and whatnot. And so like having a lot of RAM and being able to open a lot of different stuff at once makes life much easier. Damn it, dude. Anyway, so then there's that. Then I went my daughter had a cheer competition. And this is her last year. We're not sad about it, by the way.
Sure.
Competitive cheerleading is a cult. I'll say it. I went on the record to say.
Sure.
And we're out. We're going to be in one of those documentaries where it's like, yeah, we made it out of the cult. But every year they have a big competition down in Orlando, and of course it costs a fortune and it's ridiculous. But we always use it as a way, like we're already in Orlando. We love Disney World, so we're gonna like stay extra days and whatnot. So we ended up going, and I'm gonna talk with my mouth full. We ended up going to Disney for one day. I gotta risk it. Nope. Idiot. Went to Disney for one day, and we actually doubled down on Universal for once. We got some discounted tickets through like the cheer comp. Like when we bought our tickets to the cheer comp, we got,
that's cool.
They partner with Universal, not Disney, of course. And
of course,
we're like, it was the first time we had an opportunity to go to Epic Universe. So we did they were hopper passes. So we did
nice.
Universal Studios and Islands of Adventure in one day.
Yep,
which was cool. Obviously, I rode like Hagrid's. And have you ever ridden Hagrid's?
No, dude. That was the last time I went. It wasn't even there. So
it was my favorite ride ever. It's so good. No spoilers, but like you ride on a motorcycle. There's a motorcycle and then there's a sidecar. And it's really cool. And of course, I always get screwed over and have to be in the sidecar because my kids are like, I want the motorcycle.
Of course.
And that's fine. But so yeah, super awesome. I like Universal, not as well as Disney. I'm not gonna lie. Something nostalgic there for me. Long story short, though, Epic Universe, dude. Epic Universe. I got it. You gotta do it, dude. It's so good.
Oh.
I did not expect to be so like smitten by it.
Mm-hmm.
They did a really good job. Like
there's that's where Mario World is, right?
Yes.
Was the Donkey Kong thing there? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So I think it's called Super Nintendo World is the Mario side, and then it's Donkey Kong Country is the Donkey Kong side of it.
Okay.
Here's the only gripe. Because it's a brand new park, there's not a lot of rides.
Yeah.
And so like the big attraction on the Mario side is Mario Kart. Awesome.
Yep.
It's AR. So like you're on this, you're in like a car. It doesn't move really fast, but what they do is you have these goggles on. And it's really weird. Like when you're in the queue, they give you this like hat and you wear it. It's almost like a helmet. It's super funny. Like, and no goggles. And then when you sit down in the car, like the goggles are like in the car and they have like a cable. And then you like magnetize them onto your helmet thing. So you look like Mario, and so you're going through, and there's all these screens, and it makes it look like you're going fast, but you're really not. And then it's a shooter, so you're shooting,
like turtle shells and stuff.
Yeah, dude. And the way you aim is where you're looking. So when you turn your head and you look, and you click the button, that's how it shoots the shell in that direction. It's wild, dude.
That is crazy, dude. I love that.
It's super cool. I thought it was going to make me barf because I do get a little bit of motion sickness with some of the screen type stuff. And I don't like 3D rides because it's always shitty. Like the 3D is like blurry and it's like, and it gets me. I don't know what it is, but it was good. It wasn't as crispy as it could have been. I'm sure that's because it costs like exorbitant amounts of money to like give it the highest fidelity or whatever, but
yeah,
I was blown away. It was a really fun ride. There's a Yoshi ride, which is kind of like the people mover. You just like ride around on the back of a Yoshi, but it was down, so we didn't get to ride that, unfortunately. The cool thing though, this is like a freaking printing money, dude. They have all these like 1-ups and stuff, and you have to buy a band that you wear, and you go around and you hit the boxes and you collect coins. And then they have keys where you do like mini games and you get these keys. And then when you collect 3 keys, you get to go to this like special area and you get to fight Bowser Jr.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Dude, and like, so the bands are $40.
Okay.
And so we tried to only buy one the day before we went to the park. And so we were like, we're just going to get one. You guys are all just going to share it or whatever. Yeah, that all went out the window the second we got into Super Mario World and Land, and like the kids were like fighting over the band and stuff.
Yep.
I ended up breaking down. I'm just like, screw it. Like, just get them all one. And to be honest, dude, best Best money I spent that whole week because it was super fun. They had a blast doing that. Almost more fun doing that than they did riding rides.
Sure. Well, and that's kind of a part of Mario as the world, and I think that gives them a bit of a break. A lot of parks have tried the whole, like even in Star Wars Galaxy section or whatever, they try to do like the bounty hunter Mandalorian missions or whatever, and like it's kind of fun, but it's not as immersive as being Mario and punching blocks, you know?
Yeah. Damn it. It was good. It was very good. The Donkey Kong ride's sweet. Okay. Yeah, I want to wrap this up, but I'm trying to think of we rode the Ministry of Magic ride.
Yep.
Which was awesome. Here's the big thing. The vibe that they've created, and Universal should be paying us right now for this endorsement, but
they
like
should.
The vibe that they've created is kind of like this steampunk, like almost thematic in terms of like the actual epic universe, because you walk in, it's kind of futuristic, kind of like again, kind of like airshipy theme, steampunky. And what it is there's like a central hub, and then you go every world, if you that's what you want to call it, has a portal. Right. And you walk through this giant dome, and they've got like this screen in the dome, and it looks like you're like going through space, like into a portal. It's really cool, dude. It's very immersive. The Mario ones takes it a step further. You go like up an escalator, but you're surrounded by like green, like you're going into
like a pipe.
Yep.
Yeah, dude, that's sick.
It's sick, dude. I mean, you should definitely go. Like, I think you would love it. It's obviously only going to keep getting better.
Yeah, and honestly, that's why. Here's the thing, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold out, but I want to go to Super Nintendo World, whatever, in Japan. I want to do that before I go to the one in America, because first of all, I just want to go to Japan because I'm an otaku and a nerd and a weeb and whatever. But I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't mind. But I don't know, man. I don't know when I'm going to be able to go. Hopefully this, audiobook job is the start of multiple things coming in, and then I'll be able to pay off crap like my house and then, go on lavish vacations. But of course I'll have to bring all my gear with me.
Geared up.
Well, every time the curse or the myth or whatever is every time a voice actor goes on vacation, they book a huge job. So, yeah, that's another reason why I want to go, because I want them to be like, you're going to get killed. Oh no.
I didn't mean to do that.
I want to book something like a really big grocery campaign.
Whoa.
And have them be like, yeah, dude, those are lucrative, man. Those are really, I would kill for that.
It's funny, like we just got to jabbing and I actually did way better. So yeah,
you're out of your head, man.
That's what we've had going on. I do want to ask you this, Drew. I kind of want to move on from some of our more personal things. Well, I guess it's still personal. I want to know,
sure.
Been thinking about games.
About 5.5 inches, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. On a good day, maybe you get a little extra.
Right, yeah. If I really try,
If you really think about it. I gotta know. We talked about this in the past, games we've beat, games maybe we didn't beat, we deleted, maybe games we never started.
Yeah.
Starfield. Bethesda keeps like plugging it for some reason, but I played Starfield and I beat it.
They're plugging it because now it is available on PlayStation.
Which is why you never played it, right?
Right. And I mean, the thing that hurts the most is when Bethesda sold to Microsoft. It broke my heart, dude. And obviously they've and no hate, because I would do anything to work for Bethesda, but they have not had a good game since they sold. They have not had a really great standout knockdown drag 'em game since they sold, dude. Like Starfield, people mixed feelings about it. They're like, yeah, it's good, but it's not great. And where is Skyrim 6, Elder Scrolls 6? Where is Fallout 5. Where are these games?
I'm holding on by a thread, by the way. I have one life to live, which is a lot like regular life. Yeah,
that's true.
I'm one of those. I think one of them in the minority of people that really liked Starfield. I get it. I think people didn't get it. They were like, "Where's all the aliens? Why are there all these empty planets?" And it's like, bro, space is empty.
Yeah.
And like,
well, I think the problem though is like, okay, that's what people hated about Fallout 76. There were no people. It was just you in the wasteland. And that sucks because people are like, no, I want people to talk to. I want NPCs to talk to. I want to go find people. Like, it would be great, even if the planets were mostly bare. Where's the quest to go to the planet to find a criminal hanging out and like scoop him up? That sucks. That sucks.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to cheat. Sorry for the folks at home that have to watch this shit. One thing that I thought was a little bit wonky, and it was like the space travel.
Mm-hmm.
It was too repetitive. Like when you were like, okay, I'm going to warp off to this planet. It was like a cutscene.
Yep.
And people they did not like that. And then there was, and like, you can say like, oh yeah, like memory or whatever, like, challenges they have with doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
But there's other games that do that. Like, like what's the one game you like build bases and stuff? It's another space game. It's super popular, dude. Like
Battlefront.
No, it's I'll know it if you say it, but it's a space exploration game where you terraform and like you mine and you create bases and you do all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, you pretty much fly from planet to planet in that game. And it's one of those games, I forget what the technical term is, but basically like there's unlimited amounts of planets. No Man's Sky, thank you, Ark. No Man's Sky. No Man's Sky had really good space travel. And so, like, Bethesda could have done it, I guess, is like what people were arguing, and I do agree with that. So, like, that was a little bit lackluster or whatever, but at any rate, the only reason why I haven't played more Starfield is because I canceled Game Pass.
Yeah.
And so I beat it on Game Pass, and then, that's the thing about game ownership. I don't own the game. I guess you don't technically own the game anyway, but...
Well, I mean, if you buy into the subscription fee, which is what everyone's trying to get you into the habit of doing, then sure, you can access the game at any time unless they choose to pull it off platform, and then you're completely screwed.
That's why GOG, I think it's GOG, whatever GOG stands for. You actually get the game, like you get the download of the game. Unlike even Steam, dude. As much as I'm a Steam fanboy, you don't actually own the game on Steam. It's like Netflix. They could just take it off. I don't know how many examples of that there are because they're
pretty good. Steam is pretty good about if you have a game, you own it. And then if a game is pulled and you bought it, I'm pretty sure they give you a refund.
That's right. They give you a credit. Right.
It's a credit. It's not a full ass refund, but
whatever. If you're in the Steam ecosystem, which I am, like you'll take credits because you're going to be spending money on Steam anyway. So
it's unfortunate because but yeah.
Well, I think you should play it. I think you'll really enjoy it. I mean, it's
I don't know, dude. I feel like that's a delete for me, man. Like and only because and I love space games, dude. I love sci-fi. But what's crazy? So when it comes to stories, I will listen to a sci-fi novel. I will listen to a sci-fi novel series, but it is harder for me to get into fantasy books. So like the what was the book series? The Dragonlance or whatever.
Dragonlance.
You love those books. It was hard for me to get into those, and yet I burned through the Old Man's War series by John Scalzi, and that has like 8 books, and I burned through that, dude. I love those books. But when it comes to video games, bro, give me a fantasy game, I will get sucked in. And so, but sci-fi stuff, I mean, I guess you could say that, Death Stranding is sci-fi, but it's also sci-fi post-apocalyptic. That was great.
Bitch.
So it's a little bit different, but yeah, when it comes to sci-fi stuff, man, I'm not as sold on it from a video game perspective. I want me some fantasy.
Fantasy.
Want to live out that fantasy life.
Yeah. Well, that's fair. All right, so you're going to delete it. I mean, I beat it, so I don't need to delete it. I got one more for you that I think is relevant to me personally because I just bought this on a Steam sale. It's The Long Dark. I've never played it, so I haven't beat it. I just bought it. I'm not going to delete it. What about you? Do you know anything about it? I
know nothing about it. Tell me.
Yeah. Well, I'm no expert, but basically I think it's a survival game. You're like, and it's popular, and I think like one thing that made it kind of unique was that they came out with like episodes or something like that, and they're still putting out content for it.
That's good.
I think so. Razu says the classic Long Dark. I think so. Is there multiple iterations of it? I don't know. I bought the one that like is like
on sale,
the most popular, I guess. But yeah, I don't know. I wish I had more to tell you. Do you like survival games? Like, I've not known you to really play survival games that much.
I really like Ark. I just don't have the time to dedicate to it. Like, but I've played, I played plenty of hours of it. I definitely tamed a dinosaur, but it was like, like an herbivore. Because I'm not going for the T-Rex, dude. Every time I saw a T-Rex, I ran, and sometimes not fast enough. But Ark was really fun, dude. It was a really, really cool, great concept. And it was very new to me. So I could get down with the survival game for sure. I would prefer clear guidelines, because that was one thing with Ark where they just throw you on the shore of some place and you have no idea what the hell you're supposed to do. You have to figure it out, which is cool. It's like, Minecraft, how do you get wood? You punch trees. You got to figure that out yourself.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
I played a game like that. I forget what it was called, but basically, and I think there's a sequel now, but you're in like a plane crash and you just crash onto this island, and then you find out later that there's like cannibals and stuff on there. It's spooky, dude. Because when you first see those cannibals, you're like, because they kind of like run up on you. It's wild. I forget what it's called. I'll look it up in a second when I'm not just trying to swim through this world. By the way, in Super Nintendo world, in the bathrooms, this song is playing.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Is there a blooper that you can pee in as a urinal?
No, I wish, but like it's pretty interactive. It's pretty wild. Like they spared. I looked it up. I think they spent Epic Universe all in. They spent $7.5 billion building that
crazy
place, bro. So yeah, it's sick.
That's a lot, man. That's a lot.
It is. But we had a good time. All right, let's all right. Enough with games that we've beat
or
it
not.
To or deleted it to, and I want to do. I'm glad that we got that feedback from the audience, because I want them to be able to hear this and enjoy this along with you, because I want to play you a couple of sounds that I think are going to tickle a little bit of
my pickle?
Your pickle and your nostalgia bone, I hope.
Okay.
Some of these, all right, let me get through this, but this is pretty quick
flying
level.
Fish, bro. Just freaking.
One thing that's crazy about this game that like I don't think was captured as I see you can't even beat them. That wasn't captured as well moving forward. That and because I'm not like because I'm not a huge like player of this particular iteration of Mario, it's just now clicking. Coins are way more important in this, because you need as many 1-ups as you can get, because the game's constantly restarting. All right, as we're about to see, here we go. Do you know what that is?
Okay. What is that? Is that the? Okay, I want to say like the AOL sound. I know that sound. What is it?
I'm glad that you can't put your finger on it, because yes, you subconsciously do know that sound. I'm gonna play it again in case someone at home wants to throw it into the chat. But yeah, dude, doesn't that just that does something for you, doesn't it?
It does, dude. What the hell is even that?
Yeah.
Is it video game related?
No. Well, maybe, depending on what kind of school you went to, I guess. You know, and you're a couple years older than me. So maybe it was, for me, that would have been more like a elementary school sound. It's Windows 95, brother.
Oh, 95.
Windows 95, dog. Like,
okay. I Windows 95 was a little bit short-lived for me. I was a 98, and then XP was
XP,
perfect.
then Vista. Yeah,
and Vista sucked. It was so bad, dude.
I was pissed about Vista.
Well, that's when I was in like sort of IT, and one of my main jobs working at Office Max. Shout out to Office Max. I was constantly taking Windows Vista off of people's PCs and loading on XP because they would, and they'd come in and they'd be like, "I don't want this on here. I hate it." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I do too. Do you want me to do this?" And they're like, "Yeah." And they're like, "How much?" And I'm like, "Well, if you buy this, you know, package or whatever, I'll do it for you." And it was the thing is, I should have just charged them out of pocket and been like, "Oh, just give me $50 cash, I'll do it for you." Instead of saying, "Yeah, buy this $150 IT product that Office Max sells, and then I'll get 50 cents."
Right.
You know, but I didn't. At the time, I was dumb and young and full of something.
Dude, so I worked at the college bookstore in my town. There's a community college, and in high school, it's actually in hindsight, it was like the dopest job ever in high school. I worked at the college bookstore when I was in high school.
Okay.
And we sold copies of Windows XP for like a massive discount. Because if you remember, like buying an OS back in the day was like super expensive.
Oh yeah.
We also sold copies of Illustrator
like
and stuff like that for like massive discounts, student editions and whatnot. But yeah, dude, I remember people coming in and buying them. And the funny thing is, like, I want to say the discs weren't even in like a paper sleeve. I think they were in like plastic baggies. It was a weird situation. I ended up going to school there briefly. So I like, it was kind of nice because I got to keep my, I just, hey, now I go to school here and I work here. Yeah, that was the start of when I'm gonna play it one more time just because it's so satisfying.
Yeah, dude.
I remember that, dude. I remember playing Freddy Fish, bro. That was a beat it or delete it. Let's go back to that really quick. Did you play Freddy Fish?
Okay, was those were the there was Freddy Fish and then the car.
It was educational,
right? Yeah. But it's like, so there's a company name that goes along with that, and I think it was Freddy Fish, and then there was a car, and then there was one other thing. I played the car. I didn't play the fish.
I wonder if we should play Freddy Fish on this.
Dude, I would be totally down for that. Yeah,
we should play Freddy Fish. I wonder if it'll all come back to me, because I used to be able to speed run that before I even knew what speed running was. Like that was like a goal. It's like, all right, how fast can I beat Freddy Fish today? Fudge.
But I didn't say fudge.
There it is. All right, let's do another one here. That hit different as a kid, though. I mean, damn it.
It did. I'm
restarting. I'm restarting. I'm hitting the reset button on the NES. Yeah.
It's. I'm not gonna know the name of the bird, but there's also.
Oh, I know the name of the bird.
People would do the thing with like this. I could never figure that out. By the way.
Oh yeah.
And they would do that as well, and I love that.
I could never like put my fingers in my mouth and whistle either.
Oh, I don't even need to do that. I can just do it with my mouth area. I'm not gonna do it because it'll blow out the mic, but yeah, I figured that out at one point.
I keep not getting the coins, and that's a mistake in this game.
I want to say it's something like a whippoorwill or something.
Oh, that's a mourning dove.
There you go.
Yeah, I only know that from doing the research for this.
Of course.
But yeah, I am more interested in birds. I get a lot of bird stuff on my For You page now on TikTok, and I do enjoy. My parents also have bird feeders in front of their house, and it's quite pleasant to sit and watch the birds just go after this feeder, like all the random birds that you get. It's old man shit.
Yeah.
We are getting old, but yeah, that hit different when you were a kid, dude. It's summer. You wake up, you heard that, you knew it was going to be a good day, dude. You knew you were going to be drinking out of a sprinkler, and you knew that you and your friends. I mean, when I was a kid, dude, I don't know if you did this, but I grew up kind of in the sticks a little bit, but we had woods.
Okay.
And I built a tree house. I shit you not, like one tree house every summer. And it was never on our property either. Like we just roamed the woods and built random tree houses wherever we wanted to.
Okay.
And I don't know where we got the wood from, but we salvaged it from somewhere. And furthermore, where did we get? I mean, I guess I must have took nails and a hammer and shit from my dad, but I don't know, dude. I just remember having a lot of sketchy tree houses when I was a kid that are definitely not standing to this day. Like those were not up to code, bro.
No, I never had the treehouse experience, man. Which sucks. I would have been really, really cool, but I lived in a neighborhood that there was like a strip of forest, but you could like take 10 steps and you were through it. Like there was I was in a lot of farmland, so there were the tree breaks. And it was fine because you kind of got the forest experience-ish, but you could see the other side of it when you walk in.
Did you ever see Tuck Everlasting? I don't know why that just popped into my head.
No.
Winifred. I don't know why that has nothing to do with any of this, other than there was woods involved.
Right. Also, so Freddy Fish was a humongous entertainment game, and the car's name was Putt Putt. I played Putt Putt, and then there was Pajama Sam and Spy Fox. Those were
Fox.
Yeah, dude, those were the humongous games. Yeah, and what's I think I never played Pajama Sam or Pajama Sam, but I did watch Game Grumps do it, and that was hilarious. Great games, dude. Humongous games, great games, and very well voice acted. I think.
Oh, I'm so shitty at this game, dude. I've not progressed.
The voice of Pajama Sam, I think, is also the same voice of Bobby from King of the Hill.
Nice.
Yeah.
Damn it, Bobby.
Oh, dog.
I know. I'm getting.
That's my purse. I'm
just gonna hit the reset button on the old NES here. Let's do another one here. I mean, you still hear this sometimes, but this is the long version.
Oh no!
It's just gonna keep going, I think. It's a test of the emergency broadcast system.
Yeah,
it was always playing on PBS and stuff.
Yeah, well, and dude, on the radio too, you would be listening to some song, and you're like, it's my jam, and then all of a sudden, this would chime in, and you're like, it's the first blue ball experience, you know?
Yeah, it really was.
And then it comes back, and the song is like half over, and you're just like, dang it, dude.
This just reminded me of that. I don't know if this happens where you live. This might be I think it's a national thing. Like the first Wednesday of every month, they run the tornado sirens.
Yeah, it's not nationwide.
Okay.
It is a Midwestern thing.
Okay. I guess that makes sense because we're very tornado
alley.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what's crazy, dude, is like tornadoes are not really a thing across the rest of the world. Like
that's so weird.
That is just. I mean, it's all about like jet streams and stuff, and whatever. Yeah. And it depends. It's not always Wednesday. Sometimes it's Monday. Sometimes it's Tuesday. And also, I think if it is storming, they will wait until the following week because everyone's here.
Yeah. That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That's so interesting. I always forget about it, and then that Wednesday rolls around, and I'm like, why is that sound happening?
I know, and you're like freaking out, especially, dude, like now because there's we're in uncertain times. I mean, really, we're always in uncertain times. But sometimes those sirens go off, and I'm like, looking up at the sky, like, is there a plane that's? Am I about to be just a blip now, a shadow on the ground? Am I about to be ash? Yeah. And not catch him.
Is Jesus coming back?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I wonder if the tornado sirens would go off if Jesus did come back. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. I think it'd be more like a Heaven's Bells. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be like a man-made ordeal. I could be very wrong. All right, let's go into. I want to ask you, or I want to like just give you a little bit of, I don't know, fun facts about movies that I was dipping my toe into. I'm a big time war movie kind of guy. I don't know. I just grew up on that shit. And one of my earliest memories of war, and for whatever reason, my mom always like justified like the foul language and like blood and guts and shit in war movies as like, well, it's history. So I was allowed to watch a lot of films that I think I was too young for. Sure. One of them being Saving Private Ryan. I remember when that came out, watching it. I was a young pup. I don't know what year that came out. If you got your Google handy, I would be curious. I could do the quick math. Damn it, dude. Why am I so trash at this game? Fun fact about Saving Private Ryan. The opening... 98, so I would have been 9 years old. I mean, I don't know. That's borderline. I mean, it was probably handle it. The opening sequence of that is D-Day. It was so realistic that some veterans reportedly had PTSD reactions during screenings. Spielberg intentionally used shaky cameras and desaturated color to simulate real combat footage. I obviously can't speak to the realism. F my life, dude. Of the combat sequences, but I do remember being like, "Yo, this is intense, bro." Like the one guy, like I think he's walking around with like his arm had been blown off, and he's just like walking around with it. That's wild, dude. And then you know what my dad did? I don't know. Put my dad on blast here, but my dad. So my grandfather, my mother's father, fought in the Pacific.
Okay.
Or was part of it. I don't know, like his total contribution or exactly what he did over there, but I never had the guts to ask him about it. But he was a Marine. He was at Iwo
Jima, yeah.
And so one of my dad's favorite pastimes would be to have my grandfather come over and watch watch war movies, but like it's not like my grandpa asked for them. My dad would just be like, "Hey, you want to go in the basement and watch war movies?" And my grandpa would they would sit there and watch war movies together. Not sure if that created any issues for my grandpa. He watched it, he stomached it, but I do have some fond memories of Saving Private Ryan and Band of Brothers. If you are a mini series kind of person. That's another fantastic one. I think produced by Spielberg and Tom Hanks.
So, yeah. Yep.
So good, dude. Matt Damon at his finest, really. I mean, one of his finest roles.
I mean, he's Jason Bourne, so
I was not that into the Bourne movies. I don't know why, dude. I don't get into the. I like more Bond. I feel like Bond's like a little bit more believable. He's more gadget driven.
It's cooler. It's cooler.
Yeah, I don't like. This is gonna sound crazy. What's the Keanu Reeves movies where he just beats the shit out of everyone? Yeah, I don't get into that. Like, I don't get into. Like, they run into the room and just beat up 100 dudes and like they don't break a sweat. Like, I just don't. And I felt like Jason Bourne was kind of like that. Yeah, but he had amnesia.
Yeah. Right, so he didn't even know what he was doing.
but for some reason, like, that clicked, but he couldn't remember like who his girlfriend was or whatever. But right. At any rate,
what are your opinions on the Mission Impossible movies then? If you're like a gadget guy, I mean, Mission Impossible is American James Bond. Like that's it.
What was Ethan Hawke?
Ethan
Hunt. Yeah, not Hawke. That's a real person.
Ethan Hawke is a real guy.
I love Ethan Hawke, by the way.
Maya Hawke's dad. If you
I love her too. She's a good mix of both of their good looks, in my opinion. But I digress. Ethan Hunt. I liked it. I liked when he, he was like suspended. Dude, there's no wall jump. Why am I playing this game? where he's like suspended from the ceiling.
In the first one?
Yes,
Yeah.
dude. I liked all of them.
Super iconic.
Yeah, I liked all of them. The third one is I'm gonna fucking throw my controller, dude. The third one is oddly nostalgic for me because that was when Limp Bizkit was on the soundtrack. When the good comes to bad, the bad comes to good, and I'ma live my life like I should.
Like I should.
I love.
No, that was
Fred
2,
Durst.
dude.
Was it 2? I thought it was 3 for some reason.
No,
okay.
dude. And okay, so many people. Okay, 2 is the worst one of all of them. And I love it so much, dude. It's because that's the one where it's got like at the end, like the big stunt is like 2 motorcycles drive into each other and then they like jump off the motorcycles and like hug and shoot at each other with birds flying around. And very angry.
Yeah, that was back when they still shot those like it wasn't CGI. Like that was like stuntmen, dude. And I think Tom Hanks. Tom
Cruise.
Tom Cruise did his own stunts.
Yeah, and it was his own. I think it was his own motorcycle as well. And that was also the one where he's like free climbing in the beginning. And,
I like that, dude.
Oh, I know, dude. It's so cool.
He does that jump, dude, and you're like, oh, that was before Free Solo, by the way.
Yeah, man. It's, again, dude, a really great moments in that movie. It's a little slow because it is a little bit more like espionage. There's less like super cool gadgetry going on.
Yeah.
But, dude, I like it, man. I really like that movie. And honestly, like, I don't know. I loved the whole Limp Bizkit thing, man. It was great.
Oh, yeah. I know why you want to hate me. Because hate is all the one has even seen late. Dude, get out of here. Every kid in America had a freaking red a red Yankees hat back then. Fred Durst was the man. He's still the man, dude. I follow him on all socials. He's great. I like him.
Old Dursty Durst.
And dude, when people used to goof on Limp Bizkit, and the irony is they are more popular than ever, dude. Like they played every time they play anywhere, it completely sells out. Like doesn't matter.
Really?
Doesn't matter like where they play, it sells out. Like people love Limp Bizkit, dude, and myself included. Like I love it.
See, I would,
and I did it all for the Nookie too, so I can relate.
Yeah. I would definitely go to a Limp Bizkit concert if it was in a like more intimate venue,
like at a Waffle House or something.
Oh hell yeah, dude! If it was at a Waffle House, bro, I would be there the whole day, getting breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then diarrhea after. Like hell yeah, dude!
Oh man, I would
die of the rhea.
I want to. There was another one on there that I thought was good. I think we all heard this. This was like urban legend, but Titanic, obviously an iconic film. I've seen it 1,000 times for various reasons. Yeah, they
wore out the tape in one specific spot.
Oh yeah, the water in some scenes was near freezing, making reactions very real.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? I went to the Titanic. There is a Titanic museum, oddly enough, in the weirdest part of America ever, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, which is right next to Gatlinburg, which not everybody is like super familiar with, because I guess they're not from my white trash part of the world. But like Gatlinburg is kind of like this, kind of like trashy mountainous destination. I don't think it always was, but it's become very carnival-y throughout the years. It's very like you go there for cheap thrills, and there's a national park there, which is the real reason why you should go. It's the Smoky Mountain National Park is right there. Pigeon Forge is right next to it, which is an even more commercialized version, sort of. Like it's there's just like a lot of junk shops and like putt-putt and like go-kart racing. And it's in the middle of the mountains though. Like they defaced the side of mountains to get you to come and like hang out and go to Dollywood's in Pigeon Forge.
Okay.
But there's this giant, look it up, dude. There's this giant replica of the Titanic, like the front end of it. And you drive through Pigeon Forge and you go, WTF. Why is the Titanic right there? And it's because it's a museum and they have a lot of like artifacts and things from the actual Titanic. It's very interesting. It's very cool. If you ever driving through Pigeon Forge, you should check it out. But one of the things that they do that put that into perspective for me personally is they have this part of the exhibit where you can stick your hand in water that they keep at exactly the temperature that the water was that night.
Wow.
And it really puts it into perspective. Like, that water was absolutely freezing. Probably go numb after a couple of minutes in it, honestly. But still, like, no wonder so many perished. And if you're a conspiracy theorist, you know as well as I do that that wasn't actually the Titanic. It was the sister ship to the Titanic, and they sank it to collect the insurance money and I think to kill a bunch of like wealthy bankers and stuff. Yeah, to like get them off the map, and what have you.
You know,
so
we were able to do that with 6 recently, also Titanic adjacent.
Well, let me ask you this: are you a save the women and children kind of a guy, or are you saving your own skin, Drew?
I am. I plead the fifth.
Yeah, I already knew the answer to that.
Well, okay, only because, you know, there's a lot of weird tension between men and women at the moment, and there's a lot of like, you should be doing this, but you also want equality. And again, I'm not giving any opinions on this because it is all over the map, and it's tough, man. It is tough navigating this world when double standards are raging on both sides. But you know,
well, I don't think there's a wrong answer here. I'll answer. I would be save the women and children, but and no way to verify this in the moment. But I would hope that if I sacrifice myself like that, it would be in a book somewhere, and someone would read it in like a British accent, like, and then he gave his life for all the women and children. He famously, damn, what the F am I even doing? He famously said, "Save the women and children, for I go now into the dark.
I go now into the great unknown."
Exactly, something like that. Like I would have to like come up with something like really epic to say that would be worthy of a textbook at some point.
Yeah.
And hopefully I would like meet some sort of like historic narrative that they would be like, okay, yeah, we want to keep this guy going forever. If I was to sacrifice myself, but at any rate,
I mean, honestly, I'm all for equality. That's all I'm going to say. I'm all for equality.
Well, of course.
Because there's another Andrew in this world that is famous for being a complete douchebag.
We shall not speak his name. I want to wrap things up. We're kind of getting long in the tooth here, but there is one thing I have to bring this up, and we typically we end on therapy. I think we'll wait for our therapy session for next week, folks, because I want to talk about, for just real brief, about things you should not do on an airplane, kids. Okay. This is kind of therapy in its own way. Things you should not do. Sidebar, John Carr says it's a lot easier to say women and children first when you're sitting safely in your comfy chair. That is fair, John. Yep. All right, folks, things you should not do on an airplane. So we were flying back from Orlando, and speaking of women and children, we do get to board the airplane sooner than others because we have small ones, and it honestly, I'm glad that they offer that, because it is a pain in the ass getting the kids on there, getting them like all settled and
situated
whatnot.
And
so we get on earlier, and there's another family like behind us, dude, and I smell, like, I sit down and I smell this smell, and I'm like, what is that? It was a smelly smell that smells. It was a smelly smell. And finally, I have enough time, you know, where people are loading on the plane and whatnot. I have enough time to like kind of like peek back and investigate. This MFer, dude, is eating not even store-bought, dude, home-cooked like rice and beans and chicken. And it stunk to high heaven, dude. Like, it absolutely reeked of like, it was like his own Chipotle bowl, but like in like Tupperware, dude. And I was just like, why would you eat that on an airplane, dude? Even right now, like kind of like pre-boarding kind of stuff. Like it's just insensitive as hell.
Wait, just wait
until we land, dude. Don't eat that shit on the airplane.
Yeah.
And it was just, it just got me thinking of like all the things you should not do on an airplane, things that I've witnessed over the years, like people taking their freaking shoes and socks off and shit. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like, we're in a confined space. You don't fart on an airplane if you can help it, bro. That's like, I never understood when like your mom would be like, if you're gonna fart, do it in the bathroom. Like, you really think I'm gonna get up off this couch while I'm watching whatever and I'm gonna go into the bathroom and I'm gonna rip a fart, or you think I'm just gonna fart
when it's gonna echo as loud as possible, or are you gonna try to sneak it sneak it on the cushion?
Yeah, and just pray to God that like you don't smell it. No. The only place that I think it is absolutely appropriate to fart in the bathroom is on an airplane. Like, just go to the bathroom, bro. Just go there, let her rip, and because I'm tasting those farts if you fart next to me on an airplane. But at any rate, I don't know. Maybe I'm the problem. Maybe I shouldn't have been so disgusted by it. But that dude should not have been eating that particular meal on an airplane.
There should be no food outside of what they give you. There should be no food allowed on the plane if you're eating, because even if there are people that will go to, the cheesesteak place or whatever, and it's all you smell is just like hot meat and green peppers, and like it permeates through the whole freaking plane, dude. And it's like, please, what is wrong with you? Like, you have to eat right now on this plane. Like, we're gonna be here for 3 hours. You can't just have like a little cookie and be fine.
Yeah.
Like, bro, it's as like, not to be whatever, but like as a diabetic, just have a snack, bro. Just have a snack. You'll be fine.
Yeah. Have candy or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Dude,
but
you'll be fine.
It rubbed me wrong. That's all I got to say about that. One last little caveat here, a little tidbit. If you are not subscribed to this channel and you're watching this now or you're watching this later, that is the best way to help support us. We really appreciate it. We're going to have shorts coming out all week from hopefully the best moments. We're sorry for the technical difficulties if you're here from the first stream this morning. It seems like we got them all ironed out. We do have a little club that you can join. If you hit the join button on YouTube, it's $1. You can join the Safe Scum Squad and you can help support us financially. Again, it's $1 if you're interested in that. We also have a Discord channel. You can find the link in our bio if it hasn't been posting automatically in the chat itself. Drew, would you like to add anything else before we let these people go and spend the rest of their Saturday doing whatever makes them happy?
Well, bro, we got to do the one gotta go. We got to wrap that up, bro. We can't leave without doing it. We have in the past. And here's the thing, dude. You were like, "Oh, I'm not gonna." You're gonna drop Chipotle. That honestly, dude, no. Like,
really?
Dude. Because I eat a lot more Chipotle now than I have in the past. And here's the thing: if it was the choice between what you threw out there, as hard as it would be for me to do, I would get rid of Taco Bell.
Whoa.
And only because the last time I went to Taco Bell, it wasn't as good as it has been in the past. And I didn't get the vibes, dude. Like, sometimes I think you have to be impaired in one way or another to really enjoy Taco Bell. And so I wouldn't get rid of Wendy's because I really do like their burgers and their Frosties. Like, I appreciate them about that. I don't go there that often.
I got a junior bacon cheeseburger while I was away, and it was delicious. And I also got a vanilla Frosty, and it was it's a milkshake you eat with a spoon, bro. Yeah. It's good.
It's thick. It is good, and plus you can dip the fries in the Frosty, and that's a great fun experience. But yeah, man, I like me some Chipotle, dude. It's sometimes it's the healthiest thing that I can get while I'm on the road. And oh, by the way, dude, I recently Kava came to my town, and I don't even know what that is, man, but I think it's like sort of Chipotle adjacent, and I'm excited, dude. It's like bougie bitch status. It recently opened, and like it is packed, so I'm gonna wait a couple weeks before I go check it out.
We're definitely going to play this game again next week, by the way, because I am determined to beat this. I do want to share before we let them go. So Drew would get rid of Taco Bell. That is actually the least voted for. One gotta go, according to the audience, is Chick-fil-A. God's chicken. our Lord and Savior's chicken, you old heathens at home would be getting rid of.
Again,
I can't support that.
It also is healthy food.
I like it.
I can get me some grilled nuggets. I get grilled nuggets. I get a packet of buffalo sauce, and I get a large size thing of mac and cheese.
It's a large farva.
And I don't want a large farva. I want a goddamn liter of cola. But yeah, dude. Again, like but I mean, this is actually like Wendy's is the worst offender out of all of them. It doesn't have as healthy a food. Taco Bell, you can get away. They have those protein bowls, and they're okay. But no, man. I would rather get some Chipotle, some Chick-fil-A, and then splurge with some Wendy's, bro. That's where I live, man.
Well, the people have spoken. Chick-fil-A will not be here tomorrow. It's like it's like when Kevin McAllister says he wishes he didn't have a family, and then he woke up the next day, and wouldn't you know it, he didn't. And then we all know how that ended. He regretted his decision. So when it's when it's Sunday rather, and you're craving God's chicken, you couldn't get it anyway. And you're like, I'm going to get it on Monday. You're not going to be able to anymore, ladies and gentlemen. But at any rate, we do appreciate all the support. Everybody who came here today, everybody who's checking this out in the future. Look at that. Oh, I was holding down. Anyway, whatever. Yeah. We love you guys. We'll smell you later and see you next Saturday.